Herzlich willkommen im EA-Booth. Wir sind hier im Businessbereich von EA und als nächstes haben wir einen Termin mit Bulletstorm. Also viel Spaß dabei.
Hello, I'm Eric Gloersen. I'm the studio director at People Can Fly.
Okay. Could you quickly tell us something about the who is who? Who's in the game? Who are the main characters? Who's the badass?
Sure. Well, Grayson Hunt is the player that you play. He is this baddest of all badasses, military assassin, and he basically turns into this. Because we're not telling you why. We don't want to spoil the story. But he basically does not go through with a particular order that he disagrees with, and is therefore hunted by the military throughout the universe. And the only way to survive is to turn into this drunken, scurvy, debaucherous space pirate with a bunch of his friends. And the way they survive is that they hijack these space liners and steal whatever they can steal, and are actually kind of having fun doing it. But yeah, that's the main guy. His sidekick character Ishii Sato is the exact opposite. He's the half robot cyborg dude that is very logical, always looks at the, whoa, we shouldn't be doing this, Gray. Think about this. And Gray's always like, I thought about it, but we're not doing it. So that's a really cool combo to have the two extremes in terms of their personalities. And of course, the main bad guy, General Serrano, as we say, he's the mustache twirling mastermind of puppets, a really, really, really bad guy. And obviously I wouldn't say she's the female part of the group, Trishka. She is part of General Serrano's group, but she's also crash landed on this planet, on Stygia, and she now has to work with Grayson Hunt to get off the planet, and that is not a comfortable situation for her to be in.
Okay, thank you. How about the weapons? We've seen a lot of cool weapons. Can you give us a close, who is who of the weapons?
Well, yeah, we have the standard issue machine gun, which we call the Peacemaker carbine. Obviously, since it's Bulletstorm, we had to figure out a way to make it a really cool over-the-top weapon. So one of the ways to overcharge your weapon when you do these really cool skill kills, you get skill points and you can upgrade your weapon. One of the cool things that we do is that we say, wouldn't it be fun if you could fire 100 bullets at once? What would happen? Well, yeah, you would basically disintegrate an enemy, just like basically turn him into an ashy skeleton right off the bat. And we were like, yes, let's do that. That sounds really cool. The other weapon that we've talked about is the flail gun. The flail gun is really cool. It's two grenades on a chain link, basically, and you can fire it at an enemy, and you can get them in the legs, and they would wrap around their legs, and then you pull the trigger and you basically blow both grenades. You can also flail somebody, kick them into somebody else, and just time your explosion perfectly. You kill both to get a gangbang skill shot. So that's really, really awesome. Now, the third weapon that we have that we've talked about that we announced yesterday is it's a shotgun, but obviously we don't call it the shotgun. We call it the bone duster. Now, the cool thing about the shotgun, it's 4 barrels. Of course, we had to do something that was more, over the top. And the way it works is really cool because you can kick in the game. And most people just think about, a kick, that looks like fun. But when you actually start playing and you kick guys into cacti, into rebars, into other enemies, and you blow them up, it's so satisfying. And with this weapon in particular, the bone duster, it feels like a long-distance kick. So if you see a guy, he's right in front of a cactus, and you just shoot him from 20 feet, and he blows right into the cactus and gets impaled on it, it is so satisfying. It's really, really fun. Of course, if you get really close to a guy with the bone duster, you basically cut him in half, and just the shoes are standing on the ground. That's basically what it is, right? Now, when you overcharge this weapon, the bone duster, a bone duster with an overcharged weapon would basically fire air that is so hot that it melts your face. And it's really funny to watch an enemy getting shot by this, because he gets shot and then he keeps running for a step and a half while his skin is just melting off of his body. And it's really, really cool.
Okay, we've actually seen now a lot of gameplay that was quite wild and quite, you said actually mindless. Okay, for us it's maybe fun.
Yes.
Now, how about the story or the play modes? Are there different play modes, or is there just a story?
Well, we haven't announced exactly the details yet. And at this point, what we're showcasing is a single-player mode or a single-player campaign, story-driven, that, you know, when we looked at Bulletstorm and we talked to EA marketing and we were trying to figure out how do we position our game, what do we talk about first? Because we do have an amazing story and really, really cool characters, and the dialogue is the thing that sort of ties it all together. We have kind of a serious, really solid summer blockbuster movie story, and then we have this crazy gameplay, right? And the thing that ties it all together is the dialogue that Rick Remender wrote, which is just perfect. It makes the whole thing blend perfectly. So when we had the option of saying, okay, what do we start with when we talk about the game? Do we start about talk about the characters and the really unique situation that they're in, and sort of the process that they have to go through to get off the planet? Or do we start with the one thing that really separates our game from all other games out there, which is our core mechanics? So we decided to go with core mechanics initially, and I think a lot of people then went, this is really cool. This is mindless fun. And we're like, it's okay. Keep thinking that. Fun, that's not bad. But eventually people will see that our game does have that summer blockbuster movie feel to it. And I think that's just going to make people even more excited about the game.
Okay. Thank you very much. And February 2011.
Yes, that's right. Buy it.